What's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Joey back with more Assassin's Creed Odyssey. In the last episode, we collected the last artifact, which was from Medusa, actually. She was the last creature to fight. And we put them all in here, into the steelies that were here. And we listened in on what one of the Isus, Alethea, had to say. And she had quite a lot to say. She was speaking to Kassandra about staying true to her path and to keep discovering more about the Isus and who they were. She was talking to Pythagoras, asking him to pass along the knowledge that he has learned and to focus on himself instead of just all the knowledge that the Isus have learned. And she was also speaking to Layla as well through Kassandra. She also made references saying that that Layla is just experiencing the Animus simulation right now, and she's also said, like, well, if things fail, you can just restart and start a new simulation, just as simple as that. So Alethea is pretty smart, but we collected all the artifacts, and now it's time to steal Atlantis. Sorry.
This is incredible. The knowledge stored here is overwhelming. It will take me years to decipher it all.
What about sealing Atlantis? Have you found a way to do it?
Oh, yes, I think so.
Well, what is it?
The staff is the key.
All right, it's time.
I can't. Not yet.
We can't stay here. We don't have the time.
There is so much to learn. With this knowledge, we can turn the tide of fate.
That is not our destiny. You said so yourself. You're losing sight of what's important.
I will not be ordered around or lectured by you.
It was your plan to seal this place, and I agreed to help.
That was before I realized what we would uncover about the first civilization. The creation of humankind.
We are sealing this place to keep the cult from using it to enslave humanity. That is bigger than your quest for knowledge.
The cult will be nothing but an insect to swat once the power is ours.
It's too dangerous to leave this place open, and you know it.
You wouldn't understand.
Your pride will cost us all in the end.
It's not about pride.
What good is knowledge if you curse all of humanity in the process? It's what you wanted to avoid in the first place. Sometimes it's better if we find our own path. We are not ready for the power this place offers.
You're right. I cannot save humanity directly, but I can save it from itself. This is your burden now. Humanity's fate will be decided by the choices you make.
I understand.
Kassandra, choose wisely.
Now remember, the staff can heal people, and once it was taken away from Pythagoras, but once he passed it along, he died because he was old as shit. He's 150 years old. And now he passes it on to Kassandra as the new Guardian of Atlantis. But that means that Kassandra has to find an heir of her own. And now we have the Staff of Hermes Trismegistus. Let me take a look at that thing real quick. Nope, wrong thing. This. Okay, never mind. I thought it was something else. But alright, we have the staff, and now we can seal this place.
Atlantis is too dangerous. I must seal it.
And now we're exiting the Animus. I want to make something clear. If you want to know more about Atlantis and what was going on down here, you have to have the DLC. I unfortunately don't have that, but I will show as much as I can here, and that's exactly what I've been doing. There's a little bit more of the Atlantis story for me to tell before it leads to the DLC, but I will tell as much as I can from this, and I will explain what I know about the DLC. I just don't have it available. It's complicating. Well, it's not complicating, but, I just don't have it.
Everything in order? And then... open sesame!
And now Layla knows how Kassandra sealed Atlantis, so now she wants to open it and learn the knowledge herself.
Power. The nodes are interconnected in ways I couldn't imagine. This is more complex than any Isu temple we found. Lisbon, the Arctic.
I'm recording everything, Layla. You're going to be a hero for discovering this.
Do you see the staff anywhere?
Not yet, but there's more to explore. I'll find it. The mechanism should be open. What's wrong?
I don't know, Layla. I'll check my notes on the Isu.
Oh, I see it. There's a beam of light missing. Time to troubleshoot.
Alright. So we have to climb all the way up top there to get the last beam of light. Now this can be a little complicating to do. I mean, I know what I have to do, but it just takes a little bit of figuring out, I guess, for lack of a better term. A little bit of thinking, I guess. Come on, there you go, Layla. There you go. I know you got the hops, honey. Keep going. There you go. Alright, so what we have to do is...
That pillar looks like it can move. Those
Thanks,
pillars
Kiyoshi.
seem to have mirrors in them. If you manipulate those light beams, they might illuminate something important.
So yeah, we have to just move these pillars around until we can get the lights to bounce off. But, trying to put them in the right place can be a little tricky. No? Aha! Wait. Come on. But no. Come on. Gosh, son of a bitch. 'Cause I literally saw it bounce off the thing there. Come on. Ah! Bingo. I think it's this one. Yes? No. We just gotta push it further back. Maybe it was this one. Or maybe that bounces off the second one and then this reflects... Yeah, this reflects down there, but it bounces off the second one. Okay. Alright, I think I got it. So maybe this moves like all the way up, and that one over there moves all the way down. Yep, there we go. Perfect.
I got it!
See, it just takes a little bit of thinking. Good thing there's water there. Alright.
is it?
What? True knowledge exists in knowing that you know nothing. A good friend told me that once.
Possible. Kassandra?
And that good friend of hers who told her that was
Yes.
Socrates.
I used to be called the Eagle Bearer, but Icarus is long gone.
I've been searching for you. But you can't. It's...
You weren't really looking for me, were you?
It works! The Isu artifact, the Staff of Hermes Trismegistus.
You must have so many questions, Layla.
You know my name?
Maybe the gods told me. Maybe I had a vision of the future. Maybe the device in your ear is noisy.
Sorry.
I came here with a purpose. To find you. And put an end to what I started many centuries ago.
I have your spear. Would you like it back?
Oh, no. You can keep it. It's broken.
But you used it broken. It was powerful.
I used it to defeat enemies even Herodotus could not describe. But everything must come to an end. I left it to him when its power was exhausted. Something to remember me by.
I have so much to tell you. That staff is incredibly important. It kept you alive. How?
Ask a student of Hippocrates. I hear he still has some. The staff served its
My
purpose.
friends and I are trying to keep it out of the hands of the Templar Order.
Listen to me. Order, chaos. If either triumphs alone, the world dies. I tried to bring an end to chaos, and it has only led to ruin.
I used to assist Order. Now I fight for choice, freedom, chaos.
Pythagoras was right. You are the key to the prophecy. You will restore the balance, Layla. I have fought in too many wars. I have seen too many people die. I have walked from one end of the earth to the other. This belongs to you now. Promise me one thing.
Anything.
When you are done, destroy it. Destroy them all.
And now it's Layla's responsibility. But just because Kassandra's dead doesn't mean that Layla can't experience her memories anymore. She can still see her Kassandra's memories and everything that she did here in Atlantis.
So much of the story I haven't seen. I should go back to the Animus and visit Kassandra again.
Okay, hopefully I have time to do the last mission.
What are you two doing here?
You know us. Always on your tail. Old Herodotus couldn't wait to see you.
I told you, Varnavas. Sira is said to hold a secret. A secret no one can fathom.
Yes, but a lost world?
It's perfectly possible. Atlantis may exist.
Sounds like Hui to me, but he's insistent about it.
Herodotus is right. Atlantis exists.
Incredible.
It's true. I can't believe it. Tell me everything.
I met my real dad.
My mother sent me here to meet my real father. You know, Pythagoras? It's him.
Your father was living in a volcano?
Pythagoras. That's unthinkable. It would make him immortal.
He had the staff that belonged to the ancient civilization.
It kept him alive all this time. Makes perfect sense.
Well, where is he? Invite him along. He's your father, after all.
He was a stubborn man. He wanted to keep all the knowledge of Atlantis to himself.
Stubborn. I suppose that trait runs in the family.
He means he's sorry for your loss.
It's all right. But none of this can ever pass your lips. This stays between us.
You have my word.
But the world needs to know. We could tell the most amazing tale of our time.
Herodotus.
Oh, fine.
Then it's settled. Let's move forward.
Like always.
We've learned a lot, haven't we? You know it all.
Speak for yourself. I'm on the hunt for truth. Gods know not all your myths are accurate.
They come from the gods themselves, who are the most reliable sources we have.
For all we know, anything's possible.
And you would know, as the eagle-bearing demigod you are.
Perhaps she, too, is immortal.
Sure I am.
I do know one thing for certain. This has been an Odyssey I won't forget.
All right. Icaros, my eagle, soaring high. Okay, so hey, I'm level 54 now. Cool. Where do I even begin next? Oh my God. No, not just that. I want all of them. So I think the next thing to do is go to the where it all began. I do want to get that ability though. I don't even know like what else I'm going to use it for. Like, is there even like any real reason for me to have this? I don't know. I'm just gonna. I'll get the slow time for whatever reason, just for now. Yeah, I need to talk to Marini, who's all the way here. I think the closest spot would be to teleport here. But now we talk to Marini and tell her that Cleon is dead, and yeah. It's pretty far. Come on, just... There we go, okay. Come on, Phobos. Come on. Go. Okay.
I should try to stay out of sight.
And, after this mission, the last main story mission is to go back to the, room that had all the cult members in it when we first met all the cult members. Actually, that's where we first met Deimos as well. But yeah, that will be the last main story mission, and then there'll be the little. There's one other mission that connects to the Atlantis storyline. That's before it dives into the DLC of Atlantis. So I will do that little short mission to show you what more Atlantis has to offer. And then there is one more mission that was added quite recently, actually. I think it was added, I want to say maybe 6 months ago, at least. It's actually a funny side mission, but it also has like a decent story to tell in that small story, so I'll do that along the lines as well. But right now, we have other things to do.
So long.
I know, I've been busy.
This is dead.
Crap, I forgot about that too.
Deimos killed him in battle.
And what of my son?
Might be alive.
Cleon fired an arrow into Deimos' back. Wound didn't look fatal. He could still be alive.
Malakas, Cleon. I'll kill him with my bare hands.
It's done, Mater. I already sent that snake to the Styx.
My family. You're all I have left.
Mater, there's something I need to do. I need to go to Mount Taygetos, where it all began. My whole life has been spent fighting and running. Running from my past, fighting to forget. I can't do this anymore.
My heart was shattered on that mountain.
I need to put that night behind me, once and for all.
I'm coming with you.
Alright. Here we go. Back to where it all began. Mount Taygetos. Before I go any further, I want to save. Okay.
This is where everything changed. It's like I never left.
And look who's here as well.
Alexios!
On the edge of the world, a mother calls out to her child. Touching.
Alexios. Please.
You use that name as if it means something to me.
It's the name your father and I gave you.
Was that before or after you brought me to this mountain to die?
It was the cult. I tried to save you. I did everything. The priest told me you were dead.
And they told me you abandoned your son.
Alexios. Come to me. We are your family. We can go home.
Family. Home. My sword is my family. The battlefield is my home.
I told you, Mater. He's beyond reason.
Beyond reason? Is that what you told Mother? Why didn't you tell her the truth?
And what truth is that?
That I'm the chosen one. I'm the one with a destiny. I will bring order to this world. You're nothing but a mercenary with a broken spear.
You don't have a destiny! You are just a tool used by the cult!
Whoops. Shit.
I'm glad you said that. Since we first met, I've been trying to figure out
I may have screwed up.
who you are to me.
I may have screwed up. Fuck.
You're a weed. Trying to choke and destroy everything I've planted. And you know the best way to kill a weed is at the root.
Alexios?
When I was little, I found a lion cub trapped in a snare. My friend tried to free it. That's when I heard the deadly growl of its mother. I watched as the lioness tore my friend to bloody shreds. Even in the world of beasts, a family protects its young!
I loved you! I still love you.
The one you love is dead. My destiny is clear. And I won't let you get in my way.
I don't know if I messed up. This may be a mistake. I hope it's not.
Alexios? Listen to me. You are my brother. I tried to protect you once, and I failed. I will not fail again. This belonged to our grandfather.
I've done terrible things.
We all have, Alexios. I know.
Kassandra!
Wait.
Thank you.
Beautiful scene. I was starting to get worried. I'll explain in a minute. So, where it all began. And now we got all of Deimos's gear. Marie's like, oh shit, hold up. But, yeah, what's funny to me is that we have all of Deimos's gear, but what's funny is that in this next cutscene, you see him wearing his gear. So, it's kind of, just a little weird, you know. Alexios, Stentor, Mater, and Pater.
There's more to being the best than pure strength.
That's an excuse for the weak.
I'll show you who's weak.
Well, at least the family is all together.
I'll get more wine.
Well, that wasn't so bad, was it?
I can't believe I have a family again.
The gods work in mysterious ways. You never know what they have planned.
I did this myself now.
Someone's kept their eye on me.
You're special! Look at the life they've blessed you with! Not so bad, if you think of it all.
That's optimistic, considering.
Just remember, no matter who surrounds you, I'll be there. And the others are waiting for us on the ship.
Right behind you.
Alright, so now we have all of our family members to board our ship, so we can add them as our lieutenants. And here we have New Game Plus, which is like the hardest difficulty, but with it you have all your upgrades and all your ship upgrades and all that stuff will carry on to New Game Plus. I don't know if I'll do that, I don't think I will, but it's a possibility. We remember, I'll do that afterwards. But what I want to do right now, I want to reveal who the Ghost of Cosmos is. And you know what? We'll go to the cult lair as well. So let's just look at all these clues. The ghost is a liar. The ghost is a woman. The ghost planned the death of Pericles. The ghost controls both sides of the war. The ghost longs for freedom. The ghost is planning to herald in a new era. The ghost uses faith in the gods to manipulate all. And the ghost controls Athenian politics. So let's find out who it is, shall we?
You've seen it yourself. The future belongs to us now. Old gods and new be praised.
Aspasia. Aspasia is the root of it all. So now it's time for us to go back to the cult's lair. Now I want to explain the ending. Well, at least that ending with the family. No, that's something else. Where the hell is... Ah, over here. So I said before that there are 9 different endings, and that is all linked to the family. It all depends on how you interact with your family. As you saw there, I said that I was worried that I messed up the dialogue there, because what would happen is, if you're against Alexios, for example, like if you're like insulting him and you're like, oh, you're nothing, you're never a part of the family, and you try to bring him back into the family last minute, he's not going to join you, because there's a difference there. When you hand him the spear of Leonidas, he does one of 2 things. He collapses on his knees to the ground, and that is the ending that will have him come back to the family. The other ending is if you're completely rude to him, you don't care for him at all, and you try to bring him into the family last minute, and he stands there holding the spear but doesn't fall to his knees. And then Marini will go in for a hug and try to hug him. And in turn, Alexios will hug Marini, but it's a trap, and spoiler alert, he kills her. That is just another option. If you kill Nikolaos when you first meet him, he won't be in that ending. And if you kill Nikolaos, or if you keep him alive and tell Nikolaos not to go after Stentor and be there for him, Stentor will still try to fight you, and you will try to kill him. And if you kill him, he won't be in the final ending as well. One other ending is, if, say, Alexios kills Marini, and you kill Alexios, and say you keep Stentor and Nikolaos alive, those two will be the last ones at the dinner table in that last cutscene. Same thing can be said if you kill Stentor, if you kill Alexios, but keep Marini and Nikolaos alive. Another ending is just Marini and Kassandra, or just Kassandra and Nikolaos. And another possible way for Marini to not be a part of that last dinner scene is one of two ways. If Alexios kills her, or if you promise Marini to bring Deimos home, but end up killing him instead. She will say, "All I see when I look at you is death. I don't want to see you anymore. Leave and never come back." And she's not in that dinner scene. The other option, which is kind of the most depressing one, is if you kill all your family members, or basically disown all of them. So I kind of wanted to go for the one where everyone lives. I thought that would have been a bit more interesting, or at least a bit more heartfelt, I guess. I don't really know. But this here is the last main story mission. We've collected all the shards now, and we've come back to the lair of the Cult of Cosmos. This may be a bit long. This may be a bit longer than I want it to be, but you know what? I think it's worth it. The artifact is calling our name as our mother. I love this cutscene as well. It foreshadows amazing things.
Kassandra, it was never supposed to be like this. Decades ago, a group of people gathered together to uphold a theory which they believed could control the universe. That the world functioned in equal parts, order and disorder. But some fell lovingly into the wicked arms of chaos, and the cult of Cosmos was born. They abused their power, casting the Greek world into eternal war. One you were created to stop. In destroying the cult, you have done what I could not. You are a hero, but this imbalance comes with a price, my child. For without chaos, there is supreme order, a loss of progression and freedom. But there is still hope. Hope in you. Hope in the future you will bring. We must fix the mistakes of the past. Use the staff. Repair the rift in the universe. The world depends on you, Kassandra. You need to be the hero again.
I love that they showed images of the future assassins. You saw the scene from Brotherhood. You see Bayek in Assassin's Creed Origins. You see London from Syndicate. It's amazing.
You've seen it too, then. It's beautiful. isn't it?
What are you doing here?
You killed the last member of the cult. Well, just about.
What?
It's true. I was their leader, but only for a moment it seemed. When your brother came along, it changed everything we were aiming for.
You agreed with them? The fucking cult?
The powers that be in the Greek world weren't doing things the right way. The cult just wanted a clean slate.
By way of corruption! Dirty drachmi! They killed people in a war they made themselves!
Fueling war was one of the methods, yes. But it was controlled. Until suddenly it wasn't. And then I didn't like what we were doing anymore.
I thought Demos was on your side.
Not in the way we hoped. As you know, he's impossible to control. He worked his way to the helm, and then he held even more sway than I did.
Malaka, so you were after us?
Not you, your bloodline. People like Leonidas, like you, have always posed a threat. Then we met and you surprised me. You were nothing like Demos.
Why not just use me? I was in the palm of your hand.
You made me optimistic that you could help me bring down the cult that had become so corrupt. And you did, albeit unknowingly.
That was a risky move. Or you meant no harm. I don't know.
Telling me you're a cultist took guts. You know what I do to cultists, Aspasia.
I didn't want to lie to you anymore. Now that they're gone, we can work together. I think we'd make a good match, don't you?
I just don't understand. What about this pyramid? How does it work? Why does the cult have it?
I've been trying to figure out all of that myself. It's as much of a mystery to you as it is to me. This pyramid has been worshipped by the cult for decades, and we have used it to replace the Oracle of Delphi, the most trusted person in all the Greek world. Using the people's reliance on a pantheon of dead gods would help to reshape humanity in our favor. The pyramid holds a mysterious power to see into time, but only certain people can activate it. People like Demos, and the ones in your bloodline.
But you've seen something too.
I don't know how or why, but it did show me something.
What did you see?
I saw you. In the vision, you destroyed the pyramid and you destroyed the cult. I saw what would come after.
After the cult?
We will be replaced by a new kind of order. Control under the reign of a philosopher king. There will be a movement away from the old gods towards rational society, built in a kingdom by the people, for the people. And I must find someone to lead them. But I couldn't achieve any of this with the cult and their chaotic regime. So I let them carry out their plans, and let the time of the cult of Cosmos come to an end on its own.
Wait. Did Pericles know?
I wanted to protect him, so I kept him in the dark. He would have had his own opinions, but he was never supposed to die. That is the truth.
Now it also said in the clues that the ghost of Cosmos is a liar. So how can we know that she's really telling the truth?
He trusted you, and in the end you didn't protect him. Maybe he would be alive if you'd stopped them.
Gods know I would have if I could. When Demos killed him, I knew the original cause was lost. I had to retreat.
So, what happens now?
We shift focus. We steer towards a new republic under one supreme rule. A dream I'll make a reality.
But it is still a dream. One that isn't realistic.
Abandon what you know and just imagine. Forget democracy. No more blue and red. Just citizens working for a greater good.
This is crazy. It won't work, Aspasia. It didn't work.
It's not crazy. It's enlightened. Once people in Athens get wind of this, they'll come to know they've wanted it all along. Even you.
I'm not sure.
You've spent your whole life thinking for yourself. Let go. What I plan will require you to trust me. Come with me. This future's not a dream.
I'm not gonna kiss her. I don't really want to kill her either, so let's just destroy the artifact.
You should go. Lead your new republic.
I won't be the leader. We need someone with the knowledge of a philosopher and the wisdom of a king.
That's a tall order these days.
I couldn't have done this without you, Kassandra. You're doing the right thing.
I always try to do what's right.
Then we're after the same thing.
Now, no matter what you do, whether you kiss her or kill her, you'll still destroy the artifact.
Kassandra, there is much left to do. Kassandra! A storm is
I can weather any storm.
And just like that, the artifact is destroyed, the cult is destroyed, but remember, the cult of Cosmos was basically the Templar Order was supposed to be. And Aspasia said, I saw into the artifact and it showed me a new regime, basically a new way of, a new order bigger than the cult of Cosmos, and I'm pretty sure, I think she was referring to the Templar Order. She could have been referring to the Assassin Brotherhood, but I don't think that's what she was talking about.
The Sanctuary of Delphi. The gods themselves watch over this land.
But yeah, so that's the end of that. There is one last thing I want to do before I end the episode. The Heir of Memories is the Atlantis story thing the last Atlantis thing that I wanted to do, but I want to do this here. I think it's a fitting ending. So let's just travel to Athens. We have to just meet Socrates in the cemetery. But something I want to explain about the whole game itself. The whole time has been trying to focus on family, and not just Kassandra's family, but like everybody's family. You see it in past side missions. Like I did a lot of side missions off screen that focused on family, like whether they were bickering siblings or something like that. Like you saw in the side missions that I did involving cult members, like with Bioni and her twin sister, it was like a struggle between family, and they're like, yes, they're kind of crazy, but I still do love my sister. Like it's like a whole argument with family. And the same thing with the cult member Podarkis and the rebellion with Kira. She was Podarkis's daughter, and it was like a whole like ordeal about family. Talking about family, Dominic Toretto has entered the chat. But yeah, like the whole game just focuses on family and trying to fix like what was broken in Kassandra's life. And it started out like with Marco in the game. It started out with Marcos and Phoebe when you start in Kefalonia. And then you say Barnabas, and he becomes part of your family in a way. And then you sail away, you find your father, or your stepfather, Nikolaos, and he tells you, like, oh, your mother's still alive, go find her. And then you run into Demos, and then you find your mother, and then you all just want to try to rebuild your family, what was broken so many years ago. And Kassandra tries so hard to forget about the past, about what happened in Sparta all those years when she was thrown off the mountain. That was where her life ended and began at the same time. Like, you lose your family, but you have an entirely different life after that. So it's like apples and oranges here, I guess. Yeah, like, she tries so hard to forget everything in Sparta, but eventually she has to come to terms with everything and faces her problems head on. She finds her mother and reunites her family together, gets her Spartan citizenship back, And yeah. Besides that, other features of the game, the graphics
Gates are
aren't.
shut. No trade can come or go, and an army of Spartans waits for its prey.
Yeah. Other than that, about the story. Oh shit! Never mind. I'll explain other stuff after this.
Behold, I've kept myself alive.
It was the one job I gave you, Socrates. I knew you could handle it.
I would have attempted it even if you hadn't told me to.
It's not as easy as it seems, staying alive. There's not many of us left.
Then let's pay tribute to them. Though they aren't here now, they were here once. Come with me. My opinion on death is a nebulous one because I know nothing about it. Therefore, I know I shouldn't be afraid.
I'm not afraid either.
Many are because they don't know what death holds for them. One can only trust that the gods know for certain.
But yeah, like some features of the game, like the graphics were good, the architecture in it was really well done, the historical accuracy of some characters such as Socrates, Hippocrates, Pericles. I'm pretty sure most of these characters were real, because Assassin's Creed does an amazing job of using actual historical figures. So I feel like these people were real once. So.
Treated her like a child.
With the intent to protect her, you were not only her friend, but her guardian.
Thank you for giving her the burial she deserved.
There are countless others here in Elysium. The blessed have earned that eternal happiness. One of them is our great Pericles.
Athens owes him a debt for all he's done.
They didn't call him the first citizen of Athens for nothing. A man of many contributions, but also a private man.
If only he had shared his burden.
We only knew him as he presented himself to be, but who's to say that wasn't his true self?
This war has taken so many. Even Brasidas fell.
Maybe so, but as a Spartan, he fulfilled his duty and died on the battlefield.
I helped him all I could. He was my friend.
Your survival avenges him. He will be honored as a hero.
The people will remember how we brought down Cleon.
I heard Cleon was found on the beach. Massacred, no less.
It was no worse than what he would have done to his own people. I had to follow through.
Either way, let him spend his eternity in Tartarus for what he has done. And be certain, our friends wait for us in the light.
I drink to that.
Who am I to say no?
I could go for a drink. Too bad I don't have anything on me, though. Oh my gosh. All that's left of the of our old pals.
Well, this has supplied me with plenty of new material for my next play. Kassandra killed the monger as an act of espionage. That's exciting. Write a scene like that.
There's been no love scene yet. Let me provide that inspiration now.
Beauty is short-lived. You may as well use it, Alcibiades.
And to that, I raise my drink.
To us, to progress, to Athens, to us, why not?
To us, who have persisted through everything, and to those who wanted to persist.
A tribute as good as your singing.
And to the gods.
Now, dear teacher, I think you should whisk me away for our private lesson.
I'm afraid I haven't had enough wine for that, Alcibiades.
Then someone fill his cup.
Alcibiades friggin' humps anything. He's all... But, yeah, that basically finishes off the story. I mean, I will do that Atlantis storyline, and there is still one last mission that has a good storyline. It's about like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours long, I think. I don't really know if it's that long, but we'll see. I want to explain a little more about my thoughts on the game. As I've said before, I was really interested in ancient Greek mythology, so I immediately was drawn to this game. And it was the first Assassin's Creed game that I ever played. And all the information that I saw about the Isus and all the Isu artifacts, it made me want to know more. So I did a bunch of research, and I wanted to know, like, I wanted to play all the other games, and if I couldn't find them in stores, I would just watch videos of the games on YouTube, and it was so incredible, all the stuff about the Isus and the Pieces of Eden and the assassin history. It was just amazing to me. Now granted, this game doesn't exactly do a great job about portraying assassins. You're a Misthios, which is like a mercenary. This is way before the assassins were even created, because the first brotherhood was formed by Bayek and Aya. This is way before the assassins were first created, so it's kind of, it doesn't portray assassins properly. That's one thing that I don't like about this game, because the assassin history is just so nostalgic, and that's what made the series. But it doesn't portray it well in this one. They give you assassination tactics and techniques, as well as an assassin hood every now and then for your clothing, but it's not on the same level as playing Assassin's Creed Brotherhood with Ezio, or playing Assassin's Creed 3 with Connor Kenway and all those other guys. It's not on the same level for assassinry. I think the story is pretty well. You don't really get to dive directly into the story until after you meet your mother, because everything leading up to that is kind of iffy. You're trying to find your mother the entire time. So you start on Kefalonia, you get the contract to kill Nikolaos, and you sail to Megalis to kill him. Whether you do or don't is up to you, but you sail to get Nikolaos. Then you return to Elpinor, who gave you the contract to kill Nikolaos, and he basically leads you to the cult of Cosmos, which in turn lead you to Deimos. And through that, you learn that Deimos is a big member of the cult of Cosmos, and that the cult has been hunting your bloodline and been hunting for your family. So you try your best to find Marini basically throughout the entire rest of the game. And throughout the game, you continuously try to warn people about the cult, such as Pericles and all the people in Athens. You try to warn all those people that we were just talking to, like Socrates, Aristophanes. You try to tell them, hey, the cult's here. You're going to have to be on edge, You're going to have to be ready and prepared. And it just shows that anyone can be corrupted by the cult, because there was King Pausanias, who was a member of the cult, as well as Aspasia. But yeah, you have to, throughout that, you try to warn people about the cult, and you try to find your mother throughout the entire time. Once you find your mother, it's about getting your Spartan citizenship back, and then after that, it's about finally reuniting your family together. That's a decent story to tell, but it just doesn't, compared to some of the other stories of Assassin's Creed, it's not the top one, in my opinion. It is a good one, but it's probably not the best one. And I wish it told more stories about the Isus and the Pieces of Eden, like it did in Assassin's Creed 3. Like, you learned so much about the Isus and what they were working on in Assassin's Creed 3. It was just so, like, interesting. And you don't really learn too much about it unless you have the DLCs. And it kind of irks me that I don't have it. I wish I did, but it's complicating. Like, I just don't have it. But, with what I've been given on this game here, with the missions involving the Isu, it's good enough for me, but it kind of leaves it kind of leaves the mystery, I guess, about, like, what Atlantis is and what the Isus were doing in Atlantis. Yeah, like, I wish it did a little more about telling about the Isus as well. What else can I explain about the game itself? Covered the ending, covered the Isus, covered the design of the game. I mean, there are tons of bugs with the game. There was a bunch of freezes, and there was a bunch of weird glitches every now and then. But, it kind of kills the replay value a little bit with those glitches. In some cases, I am able to overlook those and just be like, alright, whatever, every game has glitches, whatever. But sometimes it kind of pushes the line a little bit. The combat, though, it is so much better than what it was in the old Assassin's Creed games. It definitely was. Being able to counter and parry or deflect your opponent's attacks is so much better than what it was in Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood and Assassin's Creed 3. It was so difficult to successfully block your opponent's attacks. As well as they give you a bunch of other abilities, which gives you a big upper hand, which is very nice to have. The combat was much better. Like, it has like a decent flow to it. You can execute a perfect combo well. Yeah. Just trying to think of what else I need to really say or cover here. In the meantime, I can go back here to get my final upgrade for my spear. I don't know what else there is for me to say, really. Yeah, I think that's pretty well it for this game, I guess. I mean, like I said, I will do the last little bit of the Atlantis storyline that I can. And there is one more mission all the way back in Kefalonia. Right here. A great escape. Exhausted by the trials of her daily life, Kassandra decided to consider taking a much-needed rest away to recuperate. I will do this one after I finish the Atlantis storyline. But, yeah. But that mission there with the Great Escape, that is a new mission that was added by Ubisoft, like I said, quite recently. It was added, like, at least 6 months ago, I think. It was part of, like, not a DLC, but it was part of, like, a pack along with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. You'll see what it's like in Assassin's Creed Valhalla later on when I play that game, but we still have a few things to wrap up in Odyssey before we jump to Valhalla. And I may actually, part of me is thinking to play a different game before Valhalla, but the other part of me just wants to play Valhalla and just wrap up the Assassin's Creed games. I haven't decided yet on what I'm going to do with that. But that was the last upgrade for our spear. So with nothing more to say. I think that's going to do it for this episode. So if you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button. It really helps out what I'm trying to do. If you know anyone that will enjoy my content or will enjoy the Assassin's Creed games, make sure to share this video with them and tell them to subscribe. If you yourself haven't subscribed already, then please do so and hit the notification bell to know when I'm uploading next. While you're at it, make sure to take a look at some of the other videos I have here. There's plenty of Assassin's Creed videos. There's Batman Arkham series. There's Deadpool. There's Thief. There's plenty of games to watch on my channel. Once again, I will say thank you guys so much for watching this video and for watching this series in general. And I will see you guys in the next episode.